Hello. I have a few examples I want to, or hints I want to give you to homework 3. I've been getting a lot of questions and I want to make sure that things are clearer than they were. First, don't read all of the second file or all of the first file. Read maybe 200 lines from the first file, and then somewhere around 1,000 to 5,000 lines from the search items file. When I did that, it knocked out maybe 30 or so of the items that I had read from the first file. There were that many of them that were in the first 1,000 or 5,000, I can't remember which, of the second file. If you read in the entire second file, you will eliminate everything and you will end up with an empty file. So first of all, I repeat, read a portion of the H1 data file, maybe about 200 lines. Then read a portion of the search items files to remove, maybe 5,000. And you should end up with a smaller list after the deletions than before the deletions. Now, the second thing is I want to do an example that might help you understand how to do this. So what I'm going to do is bring this up. Here is an example that we might have. Names is the list. It's pointing to back, to cafeteria, to dog ear, to Falstaff. And I put temp back and temp at the important point where things were going to start happening. Let's say the value to remove is dog ear. Now, we start off by having temp and temp back both pointing to back. Since back does not equal dog ear, we move temp to back to temp back, and we change temp to what temp is pointing to. That means that temp back is still pointing to back, and temp is pointing to cafeteria. We loop again. Dog ear does not equal cafeteria. I spelled cafeteria wrong. Temp back equals temp, and temp equals temp point to. Next. Temp back now points to cafeteria, and temp points to dog ear. At this point, we now come to the point where we know where we want to put the item. We want to take dog ear out. Since dog ear equals the temp. So what we need to do is take cafeteria's next and point it to Falstaff. Cafeteria is pointed to by temp back. So we take temp back next and put into it temp next, pardon me, that should be next. Now, that is the general case. Basically, that involves a loop, and if it's not there, the loop ends when you get to the end of the list. But there's a special case, and it's a nuisance, but it's a special case. Here's the special case. I want to remove the first item. The reason why it's a special case, we could start the same way, although I'm not sure you'd want to. I might want to do the case before the loop. There's no temp back point to next. Names is not a node. Names is a a pointer to a note. So in this special case, we have to change names to point to temp back, which means essentially all we have to do is copy temp cafeteria, or in fact, temp names equals names point to next. Now, I hope that helps. I'm going to post this on the video and see if that works. If you have any questions, I'll be around. I don't guarantee 5-minute return, but I'll try to get to it as fast as possible. I hope this helps. So long now.